results from last night mean we have the first two of our round of 16 matchups confirmed. Spain finished ahead of Portugal in Group B on goals scored, and they will take on hosts Russia on the 1st of July at Moscow's Luzhniki Stadium. Uruguay topped Group A courtesy a 3-0 sweep of Russia last evening, meaning they will face European champions Portugal on the 30th of June in Sochi. That could be a real physical contest. I'm going to start with the Spain-Morocco game. Actually, you can take your pick of both the games last night. Both were absolute crackers. But Eugenson, I'll start with you. Spain got out of jail there. They got out of jail.
They really did. Thanks to VAR. Very controversial, but I felt it was a goal. Yeah, I think they were very complacent, knowing that even if they lose, they would go through. But I think the lack of mental toughness, mental stability really had taken a toll on the team.
Those are strong words from him. I haven't heard anyone talk about the Spanish team that way. Lack of mental toughness, complacent. I mean, they could have been hurt real bad.
I mean, it's never really happened in the last few tournaments. You know, when you talk about last few tournaments, you're talking about the span of 4, 8, 12 years.
I think starting 2008 when they won the European Championship.
Correct. I mean, of course, we know what happened in the last World Cup. Of course, under two different coaches, Lopetegui and now Hierro's taken over. But, you know, they are showing extreme weaknesses defending. And it's not like them, you know, but they in this transition period now. They got through the first two games. The second one sort of scraped a little bit, but now, interesting.
Yes, and they were perhaps lucky in a sense. The referee was lenient because it's a very ill-tempered game. Both the games actually were ill-tempered, but Spain were lucky. What do you make of that? You play at the top level. You have a player coming in two-footed. Gerard Piqué, very, very lucky to stay on.
That has to be a red card for me. If you're doing that, you're enjoying a player. His career is gone. Yeah. So a two-fair challenge. I mean, both of feet above. Always like coming on him like this. If he was single, yeah. But then, you know, sometimes big teams, referees.
No, but where was VAR there? That's what something they should check. If they could check if Ronaldo flicked his elbow in the game against Iran, they could have checked that.
Again, I think the best way to describe the VAR at the moment is a roller coaster. You know, it started reasonably slow, and you climb, and then bang, you hit the first drop, and there's decisions going everywhere. And then they start in the loop-to-loop, and that's quite consistent, and then bang, something else happens again. And of course, I think last night there was, you know, again, it was an inconsistent night.
A tackle on Iniesta's knee. It was a stamp. That was one as well.
So I'm still don't know how it is called. Is it the people at the VAR room, or is it the referee on the pitch, or the fourth official who calls for the video and a video assistant referee? Yeah. Because if you look at the incident of what happened with Cristiano Ronaldo, the referee didn't even see what had happened. Yeah. But he gets a call, maybe on his intercom or whatever, and calls for a VAR regarding Ronaldo. So I don't know how it works. Need to find out.
I was talking about Spain, you know, they got that, the goal they conceded as well. Both of them, you could look at the players and wonder what was happening. Iniesta, Ramos, two of the strongest individuals, if I could say so. And at the end, Ramos, how did he not get on the end of that header?
Well, just looking at, obviously, the two goals, you know, arguably is Iniesta that good that he assists both teams. Yeah. You know, but that's uncharacteristic from him. But it happens, you know, he doesn't make too many mistakes in his career at the top level. But that again is showing the weaknesses and the frailties that Eugene just spoke about the Spain team at the moment. And then when you talk about the header, I mean, Sergio Ramos is a player, a defender that scored over 100 goals. Yeah. So he knows what's coming in his box. So for me, for him to be out-jumped is completely uncharacteristic. It's not even like the striker had a run-up on him. Yeah. Standing still. Great leap, great header. And another interesting point is that player was actually called in last minute to the squad. Yeah. So, you know, football fate and the fairy tales, more often than likely, if the Moroccan defender got injured, didn't get injured, he wouldn't even be there in the tournament.
Just considering the way Spain played and these mistakes, they've not conceded 5. I'm actually thinking how much did they concede when they won in 2010. But looking at the way they've shaped up in the last, in this exactly the first game, 3 against Portugal, 2 here, you do think that, you know, this is not the kind of performance you expect from a team which is challenging for top honours. Are you scared looking at this Spain now?
I'm scared, but I think they're a bit lucky they're facing Russia in the next round. So I think they still got time to work on their defense. Else the attack is very strong, which complements what is going on behind. You know, at least they're able to score goals. If they aren't able to score goals, then there's a lot of they'd be afraid of a lot of things about Spain. But now the people up front are doing their job, so it's Ramos and Piqué can relax a bit.
I don't know if he can relax. He could have relaxed if he had that red card. But let's move on to the other game of the night, another cracker, Iran versus Portugal. Before we get to the specifics, as a player, I want to ask you, a lot of Iranian players intimidating the referee, lots of frayed tempers. This is the World Cup. Let's not have all this nonsense.
You know, when we play, we normally do that, you know, so that we get the referee on our side. So it's from a player's point of view, we go just to at the referee to instigate the referee that as a foul, just in case he gives us a foul the next time. So that's what we players normally do.
Okay, the footballing gods were cruel to Lionel Messi. Honors even now, the great Ronaldo too misses a penalty. Not too many people slamming him like Messi got a lot of criticism.
I don't think it was a very good penalty also. I mean, it's not like him. You know, he usually don't give anybody a second chance. But it was one of those games, as we know, very, very feisty. Things fall in one way, fall in the other. Many incidents that we can obviously speak about shortly. But maybe, as you said, footballing gods, that's what happened in this particular incident.
Yeah, Portugal being poor as well. You look, apart from that first game, 3-3, they've just about managed to get over the line. And I also want you to tell me about that excellent goal from Quaresma. Clearly top class finish.
The technique that he showed, the composure that he showed, it was just brilliant. We've seen him doing that every now and then, you know, where he swings the ball, he passes, uses his right foot, outswings it. So yeah, I think he's used the same technique and he's a specialist at it.
But are they someone who will be really hurt by the likes of Suarez and Cavani, because that's coming up? It's ponderous. The defense is ponderous. I mean, Pepe had a great game. You can't always say that, but they didn't look convincing.
Yeah, they didn't really look convincing. They look very vulnerable down the sides. You could see Cedric and Rafael. They were both very vulnerable. And imagine you have Cavani, Suarez down the lines, then.
Okay, let's put up the big question. Should Ronaldo have gone off?
Ooh.
This is the World Cup. Did he stay on? Did he stay on simply because he is Ronaldo?
Okay, based on the incident, he should have been sent off.
You think so?
I think so. But it is also one of those incidents that is very balanced, because he doesn't throw his elbow, does he? He doesn't throw it, but he knows what he's doing.
I would disagree with I don't think it would be a red. I felt that the Iran player was obstructing him from chasing the ball, deliberately obstructing him. All Ronaldo did was try to shove in offside. I didn't think that it was more of a high elbow. It was more of a running motion elbow.
Okay, so that was the elbow. What about the handball at the end? Was that a penalty right at the end for you?
Cedric,
right at the end.
Still, when you run or when you jump, your body comes into motion. You know, you don't jump like this. You jump like that, and it was unintentional.
Yeah, but they reviewed it as well, and that's the point, isn't it? That, I mean, are defenders supposed to have their hands behind their backs?
No, you can't jump, because naturally when you jump, as Eugen just said, you have to get leverage. But what I think from the penalties perspective is that I don't think it was a penalty, because he hasn't intentionally shifted his arm towards the ball. He surely knows it's there. You know where your dynamics of your body are.
So this is where it comes when I say you see the Iran players keep going to the referee. So this is where it makes his minds up, like, okay, I haven't given them anything, so now I've given this penalty.
Pressure. But that pressure perhaps could have seen Portugal get out of this World Cup if Iran had taken that last chance. It was that kind of a game.